Ora Washington. Before there was equality on the tennis and basketball courts, there was Ora Washington, who had to hold her own as a black woman athlete. She grew up in Caroline County, Virginia, before moving to Germantown, a neighborhood in Philadelphia, as a teenager. Washington joined the colored branch of the Germantown YWCA and began playing tennis to cope with the death of her sister. She became an incredible tennis player, and within a year of learning to play tennis, she was entered into the Alternative American Tennis Association National Tournament for Black players. The Alternative American Tennis Association was formed by black tennis players in 1918 who were shut out of the United States Lawn Tennis Association, or USLTA. The AATA supported and sponsored local and national black championships. Washington's career took off pretty quick. She was dedicated to the game, and nothing was going to stop her. She was recognized for her powerful serve, overhead swing, and her overall agility and quickness. Washington would go on for years without any losses. She won titles up and down the East Coast and held the AATA's national crown from 1929 to 1936. Washington's success was on the rise, but she was not excused from the racism that was permeated in American society. She tried to face white competitors, but the USLTA prohibited it. Though the undisputed champion of black women's tennis, Washington was unable to prove herself against Helen Wills Moody, the white tennis champion, as Moody was unwilling to face a black woman. Despite their racism, Washington's achievements and hard work were recognized in the sporting community. Her success encouraged the Roosevelt administration, as part of Depression-era work and recovery programs, to build hundreds of public tennis courts in urban areas where the game was unfamiliar. In 1930, Washington found another sport to add to her repertoire: basketball. Washington played center first for the Germantown Hornets and then later for the Philadelphia Tribunes for 18 years. She was known as the most valuable player on the team and was often its top scorer. The Philadelphia Tribunes were formed in 1931 and were sponsored by a prominent black newspaper with the same name. The Tribune ladies were amazing, and in the Negro sports, Edwin Bancroft Henderson states, "In the 9 years of activity, they made an outstanding record of having lost only 6 games to colored teams that played boys." In 1975, Washington was inducted into the Black Athletes Hall of Fame. Ora Washington was one of the very first successful black female athletes, and many black women in sports today can thank Washington for bringing the fight for equality in sports.